Hey, just wanted to take a minute and go over some of the features and benefits and Q&A for our brand new Cyclone cane. Cyclone cane, we say it is the best cane in the world, period. And here it is, finally. It's been out for 3 weeks. It's selling off the charts, and there's a reason why, and I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. But let's start with the device itself. Let's start with the grip itself here. The grip here is pretty cool. It's large. And before we get into more with the grip, let me talk about my dimensions here. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and I'm 62 years old. I've had 17 knee surgeries, and I have arthritis pretty much in my body, but a lot of it in my hands. So having the right kind of grip is really important to me. I've had other kinds of canes, and I've been on devices for more than 1,000 days. It's not any fun. So let me put this disclaimer out there before we get started. That disclaimer is that no device is any fun. But being a little disabled, and I'm a little disabled, well, some people think I'm a lot disabled, but a little disabled shouldn't stop you from living your life. You should go anywhere you want, not just on concrete, but anywhere you want to go with a great device and live your life. And that's what I want for you. So looking at the grip first, which is where you hold the device. This grip is really cool. Inside this grip, first of all, there are 2 springs, one on either side here, that move in and out, that give you a great feedback tactile feel, which is what you want. The grip itself is rubber-like, so it's going to be comfortable and grippy at the same time. And there are air vents here, so if your palms get a little sweaty, that works with you also. Now, this is very different than any other crutch or cane, but in this case, cane, out there in the marketplace. One big reason is this. If you look at the cane you have now, or if you've ever used a cane, you're forced to hold it with your fingers, and you have to hold it very tight with your fingers. Well, humans are designed to do 2 things really well. Grab things and pull them, or push things with their arms and their hands. Now, if I take this device here and I were pulling it this way, the grip that is currently on the canes out there today would be fantastic, but that's not the case. We're pushing. So when you push something, all that pressure is in your wrist and your hands. That's not very good, it's not very comfortable, and it's not good ergonomics. People aren't designed to do that. What we are designed to do is this. If I'm going to push something, I'm pushing this way. And if you look here, I'm pushing with the palm of my hand, and that pressure I'm going to put to push is placed through my ulna and radius right here. That's what I want. So if I'm pushing this way, if I'm bench pressing and lifting weights, the same thing. If I'm pushing an object, that's what I'm doing here. Pushing a grocery cart, the same way. This is what we want. Well, guess what? We designed the grip for exactly that. So if I turn it this way, and I stand here and I push, guess what? Look at that. It's perfect. It goes right through my ulna and radius. It uses and engages the strongest muscles I have here, so I have more stability when I move. And if you look here, it is also facing forward. We're going forward, not backwards. So when I move, I want it to move this way. Now, there's a strange curve in here, and we call this crossbelt. This is really, really important. In our opinion, those devices that stand up by themselves are just pure gimmicks. It's great that it can stand up by itself. That's called static balancing. What you want is dynamic balancing. Well, what does that mean? That means when you're moving, I want to balance. When I'm putting weight on it, I want to balance. If you get a cane now, just stand there now with your cane you have now, put your hand on the handle and press like this. What's going to happen is as soon as you press, it's going to want to do this or want to do this. This one doesn't. When I press it, it stays balanced no matter where I am, and that's what I want. Dynamic balancing, not static balancing. That means when I'm walking, I feel safe. I want to feel safe. That's what this is all about. So I can put lots of pressure on it. I can put lots of pressure on my hand to right here and feel safe at the same time, and it's comfy. I don't even need to grip it. This is nice. So crossbow with dynamic balancing works very well, and we do that with our devices. If you want to adjust the device here, all you're going to do here is pull this out slightly, and you'll see a little red marker. And all you do there is adjust it to where you want. And you put it here. If you pull it out too far, that's great too, because you may have to clean it. If you're an off-roader, you go do some crazy stuff out there like I do, you may want to take it off, clean it up a little bit. It's made of rust-proof aluminum, so it's not going to rust on you. And it's really, really strong, so it's not going to break. It's also not going to rattle. It drives me crazy. When we invented these, that canes rattle. We don't want that at all. We also want it to look cool. So it's got a D-shaped, smooth finish when it approaches you, and a concave finish here. And this is no accident. This shape makes the device much stronger. When we get down to the grip, not the grip, but the foot itself, look at that. Beautiful. It's about 2.5 times larger than a normal cane tip. This is what we want. And if you look here, it has vents on the end, and that is really important. If you don't have these vents to release fluid, you're in trouble. And that's important for this. Water doesn't compress, so all it does is collect. So it's just like a car. If you're driving on rain with bald tires, you're going to slip because water doesn't compress. You're going to slide on top of it. The same thing with these. This allows the water to go inside, and as you put pressure on the device on the ground, it spurts out of these little vents here and keeps you safe and keeps the rubber where it meets the road. That's what we want. The next thing we want here is we want this part to stay on the ground as long as possible. To do that, I need this to be very flexible at the upper points here so that when it moves, it stays flat to the ground. This is called articulation. So these little hash marks here for our patent pending tip here are very important. They allow it to bend about 15 degrees, which is great. And that keeps you safe. So, you're over here at Dynamo, and we're going to take you for a test walk and see how it works out. So, I'm left-handed, so I'm going to hold it in my left hand here, and I'm just going to go for a walk. Let's pretend for a minute that I just need a little help. So I just want to touch it on the ground, so I'm walking. And I just go for a walk this way. It does very well. Now, some people like to have it out to the side, and if I need a little more help, what I can do is this. You can walk with a style where you actually lean it against your body, which is what I like to do when I've had knee surgery. I just kind of put it out there, flip it out. That's great for walking in the ground. But you know what? At Dynamo, we don't stop there. This is our obstacle course. We're going to go for a little walk and see what happens here with our Dynamo device. This is real life. I want you to live your life, walk, run, play. Let's see what happens here. So, I've got loose sand and loose dirt. Let's see what happens. Put it down. Okay, put it down in front of me. Yeah, good. Uh-oh. I've got to go down a hill. There's 7 feet down this hill. How am I going to do that? Okay, so let's put it in front of me. Is it going to slip out? Is it going to dig too deep into the ground because the ground is wet? I don't know. Let's see. I'm sure you know this. It's going to be great. Look at this. No issues. None. Zero. All right. We got some rocks over there. Am I silly enough to go over there? Well, maybe. I've done sillier things before. Let's check it out. I'm going to walk over to this drain where it's nice and smooth. Let's see. Let me get my footwork here. I got a nice place here. Let me put it in between here. Try to get something stable. I'm going to put my foot on this rock. Oh, here we go. Here. What am I going to do? Okay, here we go. All right. Interesting. Push down and back up here. All right. On the side of the hill. What am I going to do? Nice and stable. And I see something a little tricky up here I want to talk about it here. Lots of times you walk in mud and things like this, and look right here. This is a good example here. This is from the rain here. And with a normal cane, if I stuck it down here, it would sink about 3 inches in the ground with someone that weighs 210 pounds. Let's see what happens with this device. I'm going to put it on this clump of mud right here. Let's see what happens. Look at that. You can even see the little footprint. Look at that. It didn't sink, it spread it out. And the wider the better because it distributes my weight. This is wet grass, and you can see by the paths over here, it's wet grass. Let's see what happens here. Perfect. No slipping, no issues. I feel good. Uh-oh. I got 6 foot of hill to go up here. And how am I going to use it? How am I going to get there? You know, and interesting things. These are silly things you can do with your device, but this is real life. I want to reach out like this and pull myself up. Guess what I can do? Look at this. I can do that if I want to. This is nice. But we're not going to do that for right now. I'm going to walk up the hill. I may want to walk a few different ways. I'm going to try a couple different paths. One is just put it down and walk. And then I'm going to put it in front of me and just put my weight on it and just take my feet and go up very carefully. Look at this. Confidence. This is what I want. Grip. And the confidence to put all my weight on it. Look, I'm pressing with my weight and it's not moving around like this. It's not like those devices that spin around and do all this crazy stuff that are statically balanced. Okay? They claim to be number one in the marketplace. So get up to the top of the hill. And I'm right here. Look at this. And I'm off. Let's see what else we can do. And this is where we test all our devices, right behind our building. Lots of obstacles. I need to step onto something, step up. I can do that too. Oh, leaves. Loose leaves. Am I going to have a problem? Oh, there's something there. Okay, good. Sand on a side hill. We're in Florida, by the way. So sand, is that a problem? No, sand's no problem. Not the grip. So we want to make this real world. How people really live their lives. And what do they really do? We want this to be for real. So I'm going down the hill now. Sand, look at this. Loose leaves and sand together. Look at this. No problem. All sand. Normal cane and sand. Lots of sand. Look at this. No problem. Okay. Loose gravel. Look at this. How are we going to do here? And put my weight on it. No problems. Here's the same thing. Step over a railroad track. Oh, I got to do that too. I'm going to go for a walk. Look at that. It's actually sort of beautiful. So go down the walk. Loose gravel. Touching hands here. Cameraman's over there. Look at this. Loose gravel. Gravel is usually a pain in the butt. No problem. Come here. Wood. I'm going to skip here, one to the next one. And we do this too, detach. This is the best cane ever made. We hope you do too. Enjoy your Cyclone cane.